Hi, I'm Courtney.
And I'm Nate, and welcome to the Monopoly Couple YouTube channel. All right, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about navigating the holidays non-monogamously.
That was the title she wanted to
Right?
go with.
I think it's so cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, have you guys subscribed? Usually I wait till the end to ask that,
Yeah.
but we appreciate you subscribing and being part of our community. We also would love to do another Ask Us Anything. So we have an anonymous form that you can drop those questions in the show notes. So follow that link so you can do that and connect with us on all the social media at the Monopoly Couple.
All right, the holidays are coming up
Yes.
for us
Thanksgiving.
as Thanksgiving for as Americans, and then
American.
Christmas, New Year's, and so on. So we're going to talk about how we in the past have navigated, and we'll give you some, I guess, options or thoughts, things to think about
Yeah.
when navigating the holidays when you may have another partner or in non-traditional relationships.
Yes.
So let's talk about what we've done in the past. Let's
Correct.
describe our experiences first.
So we haven't really had any conflicting where I felt like I had to choose between spending time with my boyfriend and spending time with Nate.
No, but you have been dating someone during the holidays in the past.
Yes.
So
Almost every
almost every time.
time.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
This might be the first year that you haven't actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless something changes.
That's true.
Yeah.
We don't know. Oh,
Yes.
we don't know. Yeah. So how did we handle that?
In the past, we decided, I guess, the holidays that were the most important. So we found a way so that you would spend I guess we'll call them primary holidays. I don't know, Thanksgiving and Christmas with us. But your birthday also falls in between those two
They
holidays.
do. It does.
And as we've discussed in prior videos, that birthdays weren't a big thing for me growing up, and they were more of a big deal for Courtney.
Right.
And so in the past, the other person she's been dating, she spent her birthday or the day right around her birthday with her other partner. And that's worked out, I think, fairly well.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, we've tried to invite them to come to our
the
sort
last
of
2 years,
neighborhood celebrations. That has
which
not worked
is
out.
amazing.
Yes.
That's one reason you should date me, just to come and enjoy the New Year's celebration. I'm kidding.
And they haven't been able to come, but that was the invite basically.
Yeah.
So we did Christmas with, I guess, sort of our family and friends, and then Thanksgiving as well. But then your birthday. But around Christmas time, you've also done maybe a few days right before, right after,
Yeah.
with your other partner. That's how we've navigated
Yeah.
it, I think.
And if I had, because the guy that I was dating last year, you really liked, and you had said that, oh, if he wanted to join us for Christmas Eve or Christmas the day, because we're all immigrants here in Germany. Like our extended family isn't here. He was also an immigrant and didn't have family. So it was, hey, if, you guys are together for after a while, we'd part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we would decide kind of what the kids want to do. It may not necessarily have been coming to the house and celebrating with us, but if they wanted to come over and do maybe go to dinner with Courtney somewhere, or whatever, or the three of us, something like that.
Oh yeah. That'd be fun.
And so that was kind of the option. Like
Yeah.
it never worked out, so we didn't have to involve the kids or have a discussion about what
Ask how
that
they
looked
felt.
like. But the offer was essentially made.
Yeah.
And our New Year's Eve one is a big celebration here in our town, and so there's 30 of us there, so it wouldn't have really mattered if one other person was there. So and then so that's how we navigated with her birthday primarily being spent with her other partner, and then with sort of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's ish primarily with us, but with the option of having your other partner here as well.
Yeah. And so if you find yourself in this situation where you are wanting to incorporate your other partner, if you're wanting to be incorporated by them, navigating this is kind of sticky because most people still go back to their nuclear family or their extended family to celebrate holidays. And a lot of people are not so accepting of non-traditional ways of living. So how would you do you have any thoughts or recommendations on
where
to begin?
First, I would say you could see how that could be a challenge, right? So, we'll just say you live in some city in America or even in Europe, and you bring your wife or your husband and then their partner to the dinner. So that's going to take a lot of communication.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't just show up with that other person.
No.
And explain this is who they are and this is why they're here. That may not go over very well. So I think that I would start with just basic communication on what your expectations are for both of you. And so for us, it has been that what time we value, right? And so for us, we don't necessarily have to celebrate. Now, Christmas and Thanksgiving are a little different New Year's, but for Courtney's birthday, we've decided that we don't necessarily have to celebrate her birthday as our family on her exact day. And so that has been one way that we've navigated sort of that sticky situation with saying, well, yes, her birthday is, going to be on Tuesday this year. Maybe you'll spend the weekend before with your other partner, and then Tuesday night we'll, go out to dinner as a family and get some birthday cake or something like that. And so that's how we've navigated, is where we take those dates and we say like, well, the priority is more the act of celebrating your birthday than the actual date in which it occurs. The same thing for our anniversary is also right after Christmas and New Year's. And so kind of all those fall in line for us. And so it's been where maybe our anniversary is on a Wednesday night, but we can't celebrate until the next weekend coming up or 2 weeks from now because I'm gone or Courtney's gone or other things that are coming up. And so we, she may spend our actual date of our anniversary or her birthday again with someone else. But for us, that is not as big of a deal. So we prioritize more the act of the celebration than the exact date. So that's one way I think that people can navigate,
is to offering like an alternative date where they could celebrate, have like their own kind of version of the holiday or whatever special day that they're celebrating.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to necessarily intertwine, right?
Yeah.
So if you see your family for Christmas, maybe you can spend the day before or 2 days before with your other partner or something and celebrate the date, celebrate the activity, and not necessarily have to include them on the specific date. So.
Do you think, how would you feel knowing that like I had another partner, but they weren't allowed to come because, like, let's say, even though your parents are amazing, they were like, we don't want Courtney's other partner to come. Like, he's not welcome.
Yeah.
How do you navigate that?
I think that's a really tough situation.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an easy answer for that. I think you have to decide amongst yourselves and what's your priority.
Yeah.
And, maybe you see, we see my parents maybe twice a year because where we live. And so that would be really hard for us to say like, no, we couldn't see them because we see them so rarely. And so I think we'd have to navigate that. I think it also comes down to like why they don't want them there.
Yeah.
If it's only going to be a small group and it's just the family, then that's maybe something that maybe this season you can't do it, but maybe in the future, as you continue to grow in that relationship,
it
the other relationship, it deepens and they become more ingrained or organic to your lives, then maybe that's something that'll change.
Yeah.
I don't know. How would you navigate it?
Yeah, I think the why is important. Is it because they just think it's like morally wrong? But then I guess like, well, what about people who bring the girlfriend or like their live-in partner, but they're not married, and they are morally opposed to that, but then they look the other way for that. So I think it just, I don't know. I think it depends on the relationship you have and the relationship you want to foster in the future.
Yeah.
So if that relationship is really important to you and you're like, this is something that they're willing to understand, but right now they're not there yet. And so I want to respect that and preserve the relationship I have. But then this needs to be an ongoing dialogue so that they will seek to understand as opposed to pretending like this part of me doesn't exist.
Yeah. And at some point you may just have to make a decision that works best for you and your own partner and your own families. And that may mean you can't go to, my parents' dinner or whatever it may be, because the life you choose isn't necessarily compatible with that, but it's the one that you want and the choices that you make as adults and as human beings. As we talked about with other sections or other discussions about, relationship anarchy, that doesn't just necessarily mean romantic relationships. It can involve other relationships as well. And so you choose what's important to you and the people you want in your life that sustain you and grow you. And that may be, a tough discussion or something you need to discuss amongst, the pair or the however many people are in the relationship. So
yeah, that's great. Okay, well, if you have specific questions on navigating the holidays non-monogamously, please ask and we're happy to do another video and keep content coming consistently through the holiday season.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And as we always say,
can't stop, won't stop.
Thank you.
Bye.